Hola! Look at this beautiful image taken with permission from ADAPT 2030. The elephant in the sun. Now look at Earth, the tiny little dot. So the sun has nothing to do with climate change. I think someone is ignoring the elephant in the room. Earth is just the third planet away from the sun. Hola! From Colombia. With the present great world confusion, I wish to do my part to accelerate the evolution of human consciousness. Please help by subscribing and sharing these videos. Thank you. There are supply disruptions here, there, and everywhere. This is the excuse given because those in the know already have a forecast timeline of when critical structure will start to shatter and completely change our lives. In Japan, a massive mudslide hits Atami after 2 days of record-breaking rain. The link below is provided in the description. This mudslide should be called mud flood. This video will reset the way you think on how quickly entire cities can disappear and buildings can be buried a few floors deep. In this video, in a matter of just a few seconds, there were dozens of feet of mud covering everything. This is another indication of crustal anomalies that are due to magnetic effects on Earth. Now, let's look at Brazil and Paraguay. In the Paraná region of Brazil, there are massive crop losses due to freeze and incredibly anomalous cold. Here's the map. The record cold of -12 to -16, which is 20 to 30 degrees Celsius below normal, is seen across the region of the southern Brazil and Paraguay. Then there's the record heat in the mountains of Chile. What is important to note is that South America is the swing-producing continent. We are already losing an enormous amount of grain production in the northern hemisphere due to the drought, record cold, and all these floods happening everywhere. Therefore, all eyes are on South America, specifically Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay. Yet, we're looking at frozen, seriously damaged corn crop. Santa Catarina, Brazil, logs its third consecutive day of rare snow and sub-zero cold. Temperatures across the state have plunged to a record-challenging -7.5 Celsius, 18.5 Fahrenheit. A tropical country. Brazil, so cold. Before this cold event, the drought in the area of the Paraná, with all these waterways dried out, the rivers to such an extent that at this time there are at least 80 barges stuck, and the food cannot be brought to port for export until the rainy season starts. South America is now in the process of reducing all of their grain exports, hence the elephant in the sun. Nobody wants to talk about the electromagnetic effects on Earth, changing the jet streams and our food production, and the famines that follow every 400 years. Growing your own food will become a necessity, and the time is now. I recognize that I'm blessed because my journey of extreme line changes started 10 years ago. I knew the world would be changing, but I had no idea how challenging the changes would become. Many more challenges will continue to intensify whether we want to accept this or not. It is important to be in awareness and understanding that the divine has a plan. We are facing the end of humanity because the human being is ready for his evolution towards the new species, the divine being. Due to my peaceful non-cooperation, I went to prison. I describe my prison experience in my book, True Freedom. True Freedom is Inside of Me. Please visit my bilingual website. The only solution is very simple. I must connect to my true self, my soul. Easy to say, not so easy to do. Please go into action now and make the choice between listening to your ego mendacious mind and the external authorities, or listening to your soul, the internal authority. I consult and offer tools so that you can find your individual solution by making contact with your soul. Your soul will then effectively guide you through the upcoming, long-lasting, turbulent transition. Infinite love.